Hello and welcome to another episode of Roker Rapport TV. I'm trying to bang these out once a week or so. This week I asked for loads of questions and I got loads of answers, so I'll be going through them. But before we do that, I've got like something. So from the last episode, I looked through players would keep and sell. So I decided to make this. Mind my horrendous handwriting. So what this is, I don't know if you can. That looks like the best angle. Is the list, the best squad I think we've got currently. So that includes players I expect to leave, like Kone and Dillaboji. It also includes players like McGeady, who probably won't stay. Steele, obviously, I'm expecting a replacement for. So I'm going to update this like with every episode, every new signing, so we can kind of get a rough idea of what's happening with the team. So yeah, so that's that. And I'll put maybe a link in the description of what it is, because I think how good the quality is, and my handwriting's so bad. So I'll leave that there. Okay, so first things off. First question. Graham Field, he asks, will we be opening the Premier Concourse next season? Do we need EFL approval? In terms of a definitive answer, I'm not sure. But I remember Leeds United, when they closed the concourse, they could kind of open it at will and close it at will if they want. So, provided you've got the safety license, there's no reason why you can't leave it open. So, yeah, I think they can open it back up whenever they want. I think that's a thing that they've done. I don't think you need EFL approval to change that. I don't think. Dagan asks, if you could have any past player back in the squad, who would it be realistically? Probably should have thought about this question before the show started. Realistically, who would I have back in the squad from history's past? That is a hard question. Do you know what? I'm going to leave that one. I'm going to come back to one, because there's a question which is, if you could have any player past or present in their prime, who would it be and why? From Joe Sesford. And that one I would probably say Stefan Sessegnon, just because he would absolutely tear it up in League One. Like, I know it would obviously never happen, would never be like anyone that skillful, but he would like destroy. He would be like so many goals and just rinse defenders all day long, break so many angles, just cutting in and out. So there's the answer to that one. As for any player back in the squad, realistically, I'm trying to think of like Premier League players we've had who are still going out. I mean, I suppose, because you make an argument for maybe like Defoe makes like a heroic return. And he's not getting a game at Bournemouth, maybe. I could see him going to the Championship, actually, Defoe. Don't think he would have come to us. But it's difficult because we're not really been at this level, so it's hard to know what sort of players we could have realistically now who we've had before, because we've been so long since we've been there. So, yeah, I'll just say Defoe. It's probably a bit of a cop-out answer, but I can't really think of anybody else. Oh, actually, no, I can. We can have John Egan. He's at Brentford. He's a good centre-back. He used to play for... Yeah, we'll have him. He's good. Jay Hart asks, what keeps you motivated and positive when you put stuff out like Roker Rapport TV and the podcasts? Don't know, I'm a bit of a gobshite, to be honest. I just like talking. So, I just enjoy it. It's my way of sort of venting my fury. Like, you get the chance, certainly with the podcast, like... Normally we record on Monday, so you go to the game on the Saturday, and then I'm fuming on Saturday night. My girlfriend's raging because I'm fuming about the game. Then on Sunday, I'm still a little bit angry, but I'm getting over it. I watch Super Sundays, and it's fine. And then by Monday, I'm generally seeing the positive side of things. So when I get to the podcast, I am still a little bit angry, but I'm trying to like look ahead to the future. So that helps. With Roker Rapport TV, it's just literally me just messing around now. I mean, it's just an output, sorry, for me to just like spew bullshit and speak, and you know, people seem to enjoy it. So yeah, that's probably it. That's probably what keeps us motivated. I just like doing it. Cameron Johnson asks, planning on going to any away games? Last year was weird for me with away games. I went to Barnsley and Hull towards the start of the season. I took my girlfriend to Hull, and she actually quite enjoyed it. James Vaughan scored. She liked that bit, but she didn't like the rest. And Barnsley was terrible. So I think probably the games I go to will probably be the closest ones. It's going to be hard to get like away tickets next year, I think. So it might be difficult to go to the ones like Accrington and Burton and Rochdale, and the ones that I think I would probably look at because we're probably unlikely to ever play there again. So yeah, I'll be looking at them. I mean, I would say like Portsmouth, but it's so far away. I can't be asked to get down there. It's like 10 hours. So no, I'm not going there. Coventry would be quite good. That's one of them ones. Like, they're a big ground, and obviously Sunderland fans hate Coventry and all that, so that could be fun. Probably go to Coventry. Probably go to Barnsley again. Nice to see we'll win there. We'll probably take a huge end. Apart from that, they haven't really earmarked any, because I don't know how easy it's going to be to get tickets. Like, I would like to go to like Wimbledon, but I think that'll be hard. I'd like to go to Burton, as I said. That'll be hard to get into. There's so many that'll be difficult to get into. So, I mean, you're talking now what we're going to end up with 20,000 season ticket holders, and most away ends are less than 2,000. So it's like, you know, only 10% of season ticket holders will be able to get tickets for away games, if not less. So it'll be difficult. Andrew Dixon asks, now Stockdale and Tucker have gone, who are we going to get on the coaching staff? Should we have offered O'Shea a coaching role? So the second part of that question, I sort of toyed with the idea of O'Shea staying with the coaching role, but I think on the flip side, we wanted a fresh start, so because of that, I think O'Shea sort of had to go. I don't know if he would have accepted being a coach either straight away. I don't know what sort of deal he signed at Reading. I presume he's just going to be a fringe player there. In terms of the coaching staff, I think Jack Ross will probably be given the chance to bring in his own. He'll be given a budget for that side of things, and I think it'll probably be quite substantial. He'll bring in the people he wants to bring in. I also just realised I don't have a beard anymore, which you've probably all realised. Beard will be back, probably by next week. I do look a bit stupid though. It's like a massive white head. So, there we are. Peter Cran, I left this question in because people will get angry about it, but he asks, Marvel or DC? In my opinion, is don't care, really. Don't know the difference, I'll be honest. I think Marvel's like all the like superheroes in it, and like DC's like Batman, who technically isn't a superhero. I'll pick Batman, so I'll go DC. And if I'm wrong, if I've got them the wrong way around, I'm sorry. So, yeah. Liam Jordan, do you think Ndong will leave, and where to? Yes, he will. And where to is a case of who will pay the most money. I think what the last we heard was Cardiff for like 8 million. That'll be a good price. I would take 8 million, but we'll just see where it goes. I think there will be interest. He's a serviceable, he's a decent player. Yeah, like, he's young as well, and he's one of the few who, when we're in the Premier League, didn't actually do that bad. Scored that absolute thunder hummer against Palace. So, I think he'll get a move. I mean, I hope it's as high as possible. I think it'll just literally be a case of paying off whatever's owed to Lorient, because that was a ridiculous transfer fee. Arguably the worst of the short era apart from Alvarez. So yeah, I think Ndong will leave, and I don't really wish any ill on him. I mean, that sending off he got against Cardiff last year was horrendous, but apart from that, he was alright. Wasn't the problem. Michael Taylor asks, are management looking to add signers on a permanent basis because the low market is how we got here in the first place? I agree with the low market. It was like every time we signed a decent player on loan, we never bought them, which was stupid, apart from Barini, but even that was delayed by a year. But yeah, it just means that you constantly got a hole in your squad. You keep plugging the hole, and then the plug goes, plug in the hole, plug goes. So yeah, it's a pain in the arse. You know, like Danny Rose. I had Danny Rose. Could we have bought Danny Rose? I have been told by some journalists that we could have bought Danny Rose, but we decided to loan him, and now look at him, he's England's left back. Alan Hutton, you know, Spurs want like 9 million. I don't regret not signing him, but he was really good at right back when we had him there. Muntari was rubbish. I'll not have him back. Bentner was good for, like, people probably slate Bentner. I don't get it. Him and Sessegnon like work like so well together. I had such good chemistry. Like, I would have kept Bentner personally. I don't know how much Arsenal would have wanted, but I don't think it would have been much. Even if it was like 6 mil, I would have paid 6 mil for him. There'll be others. I can't think of any of the... Envia, of course, but we could have bought him. We didn't. That was just bad management. And now I'm sad because Envia's not here anymore. Amazing Azoro 29 asks, who do you think Jack Ross's first signing will be, and when? Good question. I think the first signing will be Kyle McNennis from St Mirren, who we had last year. I think it'll be probably about 1 million, 1.5 million. And I think it will happen by next weekend. That'll be the first sign through. So yeah, I think it'll happen sometime next week. But that's still just my pure guesswork. Don't take me as gospel. Yeah, because I don't have that on authority at all. Ryan asks, are you worried that we haven't got rid of any players and haven't brought in any either, as now the World Cup is closing in us, making it harder to sell and buy players during the World Cup? I think that probably would have made a difference if we were like a Premier League team or even a Championship team. But I don't think we're really going to be in the market for World Cup players, to be honest. Like, we're in League One, so that doesn't normally happen. So I'm not really worried in that sense. I think getting rid of players, we're probably best off leaving Oviedo and who's the other one? It's Oviedo and I forgot. We've got 2 players at the World Cup. Oh man, that's gonna do my head in. Is he on the thing? That's gonna do my head in. That. Who's the other one? Either way, Oviedo will be playing there, and there's another player, Kazri. Wabi Kazri. There we are. Cogs worked in the end. Yeah, so I want them to have a really good World Cup campaign. Like, if Kazri scores 2 goals against England and Tunisia will be 3-2, then I'll take that right now. Because realistically, that's just going to keep driving the price up. Kazri could get a Premier League move, I think. Especially because they're playing England, and I think Premier League clubs aren't really that, as rich as the other. Not necessarily the brightest, and they'll be like, oh, he's good, we'll buy him. So I hope that Kazri has a good World Cup for that reason. I think Oviedo won't stay. I'll be shocked. I've not even put him on here, which says a lot, because I just don't think he'll stay. I mean, I have put Coney and Papi on, but that's because we've got no other centre-backs. Actually, I probably will start Oviedo and Adam Matthews now I've thought about it. So yeah, that's that. So I think it's not a bad thing. I don't think the World Cup will hinder our progress beyond maybe my manager might be watching it instead of doing business. So yeah, it won't make a difference. Stephen Waters has asked, has anyone asked if our scouting team will be changed, or will we simply rely on agents offering players like in the past? I presume they're going to bring in a scouting team. I don't actually know what the scouting team is at the minute, to be honest. But yeah, they'll bring a scouting team. The things that the owners have said, on like the podcasts and to the press and stuff, and even on Twitter, they're not idiots. They're not just going to go off agents as asks. They're not going to mess around with what agents offer them. They're going to look for the players that they want, and they're going to be willing to buy. So no, I think we'll have a proper scouting team. I think that'll be the case. Certainly, like the Dortmund model kind of relies on that. If I want to go through the Dortmund model, then you can sort of read into it like that. Like, they will need to have scouts. So yeah, I think we'll have scouts. Martin Finley asks a question that I hadn't thought about until now, but feasible for SCFC ladies to play at the SOL in the future? Yeah, I think that's probably where they should play. Certainly, like, I didn't even know where they played. Like, I follow loads of Sunderland stuff. Obviously, I'm at Roker Rapport and stuff, and I never see anything about SCFC ladies, not really even on the Sunderland website. So if they are part of Sunderland Football Club, I just think it's silly to not have them play at the SOL. I mean, I understand, obviously, if we've got, say 3 games in a week at home, and they don't want the pitch to be bad. I suppose the men's team may take preference on that, but for me, like, if we're going to commit to it, they've got to be level, the men's team and the females team. So yeah, I think have them play the SOL. I think it'll attract people. If you even put in, like, on your season card, like, entries free or entries less, then they'll probably get people to go. Like, I know that I'm sometimes bored on, like, a Sunday or a Saturday afternoon if Sunderland aren't playing, so I would happily go down and watch the ladies play. So yeah, I think it is feasible, and I think that's probably the way they'll go forward with it. We've got a big stadium now, may as well use it when we can. Gavin George, would the club be interested in giving the fans a stay on the new strip? I think they would be interested, but I don't think they can. I'm sure Stuart Donald cleared that up the other week, where Adidas have actually organised Wicked for this coming season and the season after, because that's the way the deal's done. I think after that, they'll definitely give a choice, I think, of kits. So yeah, I think we will be interested long term, but I don't think they can do anything about it. They have said that the kit for next year is better than the one this year. Rocco Morgan asks, is it a bad sign we'd missed out on Otsuma? He's the guy from Walsall, I think. No, I would say probably not. I mean, I would have liked to have signed him. Apparently he's awesome. He's like 5'3", but at the end of the day, I don't know. Do you know what? I'm just going to quickly Google it so I don't look like an idiot. So I'll just stall. So Otzuma. Okay, so Erin Otzuma. Apparently Bolton's closing in on him. Well, Bolton are signing him. He can't be that good. So he scored 30 goals in 86 games or something. Yeah, I probably am with this point, to be honest. Can't say I know that much about him other than people keep talking about how good he is. So sorry, Rocco. Should have researched that a bit more. Did not. My bad. Guy Incognito. That's a cool name. When do you expect we'll begin to make signings? I think I was hoping that this week would be the week, but it seems to have went very quiet on that front. I think the reason why it's gone quiet is because the club just called bullshit on things now. Like, if the local papers and local press and even us at Roker Rapport are like, yeah, Sunderland are interested in so-and-so, Stuart Donald will be like, no, we're not. No, I haven't had a bid. No, we've not bid for him. And then I think everyone's sort of scared to publish things because Stuart Donald will call them out on it. So I think it's quiet for that reason. I think, like, with so much transparency, the newspapers can't speculate as much. So I think there is stuff happening behind the scenes. I don't really have that on any authority but my own guesswork, but they're going to be working on things. Jack Ross is at work. They must be doing something. So I think signings will be happening soon. I think, I'll probably say this every week until it happens, but I think next week will probably be when it really, really, really hots up. I had a question sent to me in my personal Twitter box, which I have not opened, which I will do now, which was, out of all the younger players, Gooch, Honeyman and Zoro, who do you want to stay at the club the most? He says, for me, it's Honeyman, as I feel he understands what the club is about. So that is from Jack Hunter Smith. Zoro's the best, I think, prospect we've got. So in some ways I would say him, but I sort of agree that Honeyman is the one most likely to be at the club in like 5 years' time. Like, I can see him being a future captain. I can see him sort of being the future. I think Gooch is the same. Ideally, I'd want all the younger players to stay. In terms of the ones that have got the most value, I think Zoro has the most value, and if we can tie him down to a contract, then he'll be huge for it. But I sort of agree that Honeyman is probably be one of our better players next year. I think, I mean, he was pretty good in the Championship in a really bad team, so I don't see a reason why he won't be any. Like, I don't see a reason why he can't be a 10 goals per season next year. I see no reason why not. So yeah, I agree. Honeyman. And Macam Lad says, any tips for young writers? I wasn't really sure about this question because I would still say that I was a young writer. I've only started, it's not even been a year. Oh no, it's just a year when I decided that I wanted to be a sports journalist. I had like a shit job. I didn't want to do it anymore, so I left. And I decided to apply for a master's. Then I applied for Roker Report, got on straight away because I'm mint. But it's for me, it's about like stamping your own authority on things. Like, I was sort of I don't know how to describe it. I like put myself out there. Like, there's even things like Roker Rapport TV. Like, it's like big to put your face on YouTube and people can just ridicule you. I mean, I got ridiculed this week, which was, I found it funny, to be honest. The comment on YouTube from last week's video, which I enjoyed. And to be honest, I embrace that sort of banter, so I don't really care. Like, I do understand that I am going bald. You know, I've got like a proper white face. I'm a bit fat. I don't really care. I enjoy talking about something on YouTube, so I'll just keep doing it. But yeah, I suppose the tips is just like be yourself and do the things that you want to do, what you want to write about. Like, I watch ice hockey and stuff and I write about that all the time, and I know that most of my followers on Twitter don't care about ice hockey, but I just do that. So my tips would be just write as much as you can and do the things you want to do. Like the podcast and stuff, I think just came on leaps and bounds because there's this sort of feel like we've put a bit more like personality on it. Sort of everyone can just be themselves on there. Not that it wasn't like that before, it was mainly because we've got a studio now. But yeah, my tips would just be work hard, find the things you're interested in, work on the thing that you're best at, and that'll be where you'll pick up work and stuff. That's where I've managed to pick up work. It's just because I've worked on the things that I know. I haven't tried to mess about with too many different sports. I pick the sports that I know, and yeah, you just need to write, ask for advice, get people to read your work, get your friends to read the work, and your friends will be the most brutal. Like, just tell them, like, if you think something's shit, then let us know it's shit. So that'll be my thing. But I mean, as I say, I'm still class myself as a young writer. I've only been going for a year. I mean, my master's finishes in September, so you know, you just gotta keep going with it. So yeah, that's my advice. So I think I pretty much answered every question. I apologize if I haven't answered any of the questions, but I'm pretty sure I have. As for Roker Rapport TV, I think we'll have one episode next week, and then I'm going to be doing World Cup videos, so I'll have to take down all the studio stuff, even though I said I wouldn't be doing that. And then the World Cup videos, I'm hoping to do one possibly every day, but probably every other day. Just sort of my views. Probably only be like 5 minutes long, 5-10 minutes long each video. So yeah, I'll be doing that, which will be fun. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to have to maybe buy an England top, possibly. And apart from that, I'll be updating this. Tell us if you think this is wrong. I'm trying to balance it so that the light doesn't shine on it. So let me know if you think it's wrong. Let us know if I've spelled a player's name wrong, which I may have. Also, apparently I write on a slant. So yeah, I'll be updating this. And next week we might actually have a guest on. Somebody messages on Twitter asking. So that'll be fun. So yeah, that's that. Thanks for all your questions. And probably be next week. Probably next Wednesday again before we record again. Thanks.